All right, Shalom. This is Azim Awath. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, Kal Kalagim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Backyard, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. As always, it's an honor and privilege to continue to do this work. It's from RT.com. It says, Minneapolis War Zone. Rioters take over police station amid clashes, fires, and tear gas. It says demonstrators have broken into a Minneapolis police headquarters, setting fires and destroying everything in sight amid unrest unleashed by the killing of a local black man at the hands of law enforcement. The Minneapolis Police Department's 3rd Precinct headquarters was breached late on Thursday night, with the raucous crowd of protesters seen filing into the building, smashing windows, and some attempting to set it ablaze. So try to play the video. It's taking too long. It says with the police presence. It says precinct is down. While the police presence in the area was heavy early in the day, it appears officers have since retreated, putting up no resistance to the break-in. It says the fire at the MPD's 3rd Precinct was only at one corner 5 minutes ago. Is now spread across the entire building. With no firefighters on scene, that building will likely be destroyed tonight. See if you could get the video. So the whole police station, they burn that shit. They finna burn that shit to the ground, man. Who shall rouse them up? Play this video too.
There's a fire started. And the sprinklers are coming on in that room. This is the 3rd Precinct right here. It has got ran through. Fires are starting in multiple rooms. The 3rd Precinct. The precinct where the officers were employed. Again, this is for George Floyd, murdered by Minneapolis police officers from the 3rd Precinct. This is what they were drinking on their breaks. It's like bullets burning up.
Let's go. Says RT Sophia Norwoods is now at the scene around the precinct where fire alarms and sprinkler systems were. Same thing you just saw. Yeah, so as you see what's going on, man, Jake is Jacob is tired, man. You know, there was a point that this one woman made about you've been oppressing Jacob for 401 years, man. You know, so I was like, what do you expect? What do you expect to happen? Your perpetual hatred is bearing its fruit, man. And that's violence and war, because that's going to be the result. This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. It says, Judah, which is you so-called Negroes, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. You know, and that's the reason why the majority of the men that woke up to the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua initially were from the tribe of Judah. It says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Yeah, and you see that prophecy coming to pass. At first, it was taught that we will be high in society among our enemies, which our main enemy is Esau, but no, it's talking about our hands shall be in the neck of our enemies, meaning we're going to be bringing their ass down, you know, and this is the beginning. It says, thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Yeah, because Judah's finna get down, man, and you know, all the other tribes are going to join suit, man. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Yeah, who shall rouse him up, man? Because, you know, all these movements that Jake had they ended up calming down, man. You know, even the Civil Rights Movement, the Black Panthers, Malcolm X, the Nation of Islam, all these different movements put Jake back to sleep, man. But now they're rising up, man. And now they're tearing shit up. It says the scepter, which is I'll say the kingdom's rule, where the rulership of the nation is coming from. It says, shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And Shiloh is talking about our Lord, or Adawan Nawa, Yahweh Shai, you know. Yeah, and this is purely sedition among men going on right here, man. You know, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And the modern day sword is a gun. Soon, these protesters, they're not going to be throwing rocks or using animate objects to beat down windows or burning things. They're going to be shooting their guns, man. Just like what you saw during the LA riots. You know, it says, for there shall be sedition, which is anarchy, among men, in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's how you get Jake to burn down the same precinct in which this officer killed this individual by the name of George Floyd, you know, which is eventually this is all going to lead to civil war in America, man, which you already got certain Jakes calling out to start the civil war, right? Not knowing that according to scriptures, we're commanded to wait upon Yahweh Shah. This is Micah chapter 5, verse 7. It says, the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, which is talking about you non-Israelite nations, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. You know? So the Most High is going to put the Spirit on 2/3, because that's the main ones that's going to be involved in this war, you know, this civil war. He's going to put his anger in their spirit, and he's going to tear you other nations apart, man. Because you're dealing with the Most High's battle axe and weapons of war, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 19. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. And I will render unto Babylon, which is America, and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, save Yahweh. You know, so everything that you so-called white people have done, you other nations have done against the true Israelites, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're in the time in which you're going to get your recompense. And recompense means payback, you know. So with that, I hope at least one brother of the elect was edified. And I'm going to say shalom, man.